Hello friends, welcome back to Warhammer Wednesdays. This is the beginning of our new series. We are playing Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor, Martyr, or Prophecy. I can't remember which way it goes around. There is two of them. There is a small prequel version and there's this one. And we are going to be playing as a battle sister. This is the one I've created under the Sister Seraphim speciality called Vikra. So, let's jump in, shall we?
Inquisitor's log. Classified report, scheduled for later transmission. I am closing on the source of the inquisitorial distress signal I was assigned to investigate. The coordinates I received from the Caligari Conclave led me to a desolate system. There were many delays during the journey. The intensity of the Caligari warp surges is beyond anything I've experienced. These anomalies are spreading through the subsector like a tidal wave. The distress signal has an ancient encryption used by the Holy Odos. It is authentic, but extremely old. The signal is coming from a battle fortress monastery that was likely spat from the warp when the tide of the surges swept through the sector. There is no response to our hailing signals.
Inquisitor, this is your captain speaking. I'm still trying to hail the monastery, but I get no response.
The hull looks intact now. I think it was simply abandoned a very long time ago.
Then what do you expect to find over there?
Something that once belonged to the Inquisition. And lots of empty halls.
Sounds exciting. I've instructed your pilot to land on the hangar deck.
Stand by and wait for my signal.
Inquisitor, the automatic defense system has been activated. The turrets are attacking you. Do you...
That's a good start. The survivor. I remember the deafening roar of the turrets. My Imperial carrier was trailing a blaze of fire and smoke. As it smashed into the hangar deck, I heard the screech of shredding metal, but the vast emptiness of the colossal hall swallowed the noise. Somehow, slowly, painfully, I crawled out of the smoldering wreckage. The air was stale, and the mysterious fortress monastery loomed dark and empty.
Captain, do you copy? Captain Von Winter, can you hear me? Strange. Vox communication is jammed, and I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log, in case I don't return.
Right.
Inquisitorial log. New entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect that the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been destroyed, along with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
Okay, so yeah, we are. This is a game that is currently available on Steam, and it is very much like Diablo.
Interesting. Mindless servitors were created for menial tasks. but having a flesh drone just for operating the door seems excessive. Open the door.
So, excuse me, I do find it very odd that this is a modern game currently being worked on still. New things are always happening. This class was only added recently, as well as the Hierophant, and yet we still can't play it in 2K resolution. Yet I can go back to Space Hulk, which came out many years ago, and can play that in 2K resolution. This goes up to 1920 by 1080, and that's about it. Unless, what if we do it windowed? No, don't worry about that. But yes, it's very odd.
An ancient cogitator. Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
Vessel 897 Lucius. 442 Alpha Class Sub C35. Name Martyr. Code 57 ART 294. Current status in the possession of the Holy Orders of the Emperor's Inquisition. Warning, verifying current status. Inadequate data collated. Last maintenance logged 8134.976.M36. Warning, Gala Shield compromised. Current rate of impairment 47.34% estimated. Warning, prayers of maintenance required in the following zones. Cataloguing zones, cataloguing failed. Warning, invocations of blessed recalibration required in the following zones. Cataloguing zones, cataloguing failed. Warning, corrupted data, diagnostics interrupted. Initiating Psalm 178756. And then a lot of binary. Okay.
Just as I suspected. It's a pile of rust. At least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on this ship for other details. New log entry. I have found some human remains. The time of death seems recent. I don't like the look of the marks on the bodies. Something killed them with mindless brutality.
Right. So yes, with the Sister Seraphim, this is the weapon set we get. A chain sword and a bolt pistol.
Oh yes, the perfect weapon to deliver the Emperor's justice.
Why she would be entering, or any of the characters that you play as would be entering this place without a weapon, is beyond me when it's an unknown thing. But it is what it is. We have a charge and shoot. Oh, and we have a... Is that a full spin or is it just the one? Oh, it's a full spin. That's awesome. I really like that. That's so cool. Right, let's explore.
Creature of chaos, can you withstand my faith? An ancient Imperial ship infested by chaos. So be it. Let's cleanse
So we
the
can't
taint
move
then.
while shooting. Oh, I'm all. Ooh. What we got? Combat. Press A or T to attack highlighted enemies with your main weapon. Use Y or B to activate your other weapon skill. Your combat capabilities are mainly determined by your equipped weapon. One-handed weapons grant 2 weapon skills. Two-handed weapons provide 4. Ooh. Attack with a weapon skill. Use L to select an enemy and press the corresponding button on the skill bar. Available skills are at the bottom of the screen. Usual fare. You can swap between weapon sets for each mission. Press the right button to switch between them. Note that the switch will set all your weapon skills on cooldown. Some attacks you will be unavailable for a while. Thus you will have to judge whether switching weapons in the middle of engagement is worth it. Okay. So we also have the power ball. And we have that spin as well again. Right. So let's change back.
New log entry. I found a room tainted by the filth of chaos. There's also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator. It could contain information on how I could turn off the Vox jammer.
Right. Augmentum defense system anomaly. Ranking security officer Brother Marcus Drang. Incident log. The Martyr opened fire on an approaching rogue trader vessel, causing considerable damage and loss of life on the targeted ship. Teleportarium signals are regularly jammed, blocking entry and exit to and from the monastery. Confessions of the related personnel during the penitence hearings. Searching picked recordings database, records not found. Conclusion. After thorough investigation and questioning, I can safely claim that no personnel were involved in the incident. The defense turrets opened fire without any human involvement, and the signal blocking any teleportation attempts is generated automatically. Probable cause, system malfunction. Processes initiated. Logged a priority level request to the maintenance fraternity, awaiting confirmation. Had emergency cogitators installed on the hangar deck and a main cogitator in the control room, where security personnel can manually override both turret systems and the teleportarium signals in case of any further incidents. Attachment. Medicare reports of personnel voluntarily participating in the confessions. Data corrupted.
I found new information. There's an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming signals.
Yeah. Right. Another flash
Open the
servant.
door.
It is in the walls now. Everywhere. Taint. In the machines.
By the Emperor. What foul abomination is this? A talking servitor. It might be mind-locked, but this is still unusual.
Ah, we have enemies.
Well met, heretics. It is time for you to die.
Okay, LB. Oh, we can take cover. Right. That's new. Well, not something I would expect in this kind of game, but good to know. Anything around? Can't smash boxes or anything to find things.
Finally, that's the cogitator that will disable the jammer. I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Von Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally! I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Ragnar Van
Trust
Winter.
me, I'm on your side. I'm not saying I don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
Okay, that was... I didn't skip that. Is it loading the next area? Ah, okay. We got a passive skill point. So that was the first mission. The Survivor. Next we have Making Contact. We have unspent skill points. Okay. Right. We have a lot of things we can do. Ooh, okay, so what do we do? Mana cooldown, movement speed. Very strict. There's a lot to it. Melee combat. Right. I feel like Act of Faith is probably something I need as a battle sister. We have a holy relic as well. Okay. Don't know where we got that unless we got it at the end of the mission. Oh no. Don't take things off. Wow, there's so many. So many skills and things to look at. Okay. Let's see how we get on. Mission 2. Making contact. I've made it out of the hangar where I have found evidence of a serious chaos infestation. I need to investigate this further. And we shall.
Our Argos have picked up a Vox signal not far from your location. It is transmitting on an Imperial channel. It could be important.
I'm on my way there.
Could also be a trap. Right. Navigation is easier with the map overlay and mini-map. Beyond the general layout of the level, they also display markers of important game objects as well as flashing objective markers. Right, so we have side quests, clues, and then allies, enemies, commander, villain, elite, and boss. Oh, shrine, teleport, loot chest, medical supply chest, and supply chest. Okay, we press down to activate the map overlay. Nice. That's showing the main objective. The faith resource. Right, so we can enter embodied saint form and perform saintly deeds. All character classes in the game have a special resource that is used to activate unique abilities. Sororitas Inquisitors use faith points to enter embodied saint form and unleash powerful saintly deeds. Unlike other classes, the method for special resource generation is not fixed. Sororitas Inquisitors have access to various sacred rites, which determine how faith points are gained. Okay. Oh, it's like our ultimate. Right. Oh, we have a bubble shield now. Ooh. Okay, that lasts 5 seconds or so. Nice. Enemies ahead.
Unleash death.
we picked up Seraphim armor. Yeah. I hope that wasn't a boss. I don't like that the camera is on that stick because I keep zooming in by accident. Ah, there we go. So is that better than what we have? Yeah, it's got extra stuff on it. Why not? Looks a bit cooler as well. Oh, we can compare. Nice, that's better. Right. So we get a little bit more damage reduction, more resistance, a little bit less max HP. But it's a better quality, and it has heat resistance and damage bonus in exposed state. Cool.
By the Emperor.
What have you found down there, Inquisitor?
Some unlucky members of an Imperial retinue. This is a shrine dedicated to the ruinous powers. Somebody really wants his dark wishes fulfilled.
In other words, there's something on that ship that requires human sacrifice. Wonderful.
Okay. Do like the bolt arrow, it's very meaty. The bolt pistol. Why am I shooting the ground? I shouldn't be able to shoot up or down. Oh, what we got here? The cogitator. What's that?
A
Holy sensor.
This must be a sign that I'm on the right path.
Exploded from Engineer Theatre 17B Lucan. Current rank Operator Confessor to the Great Machine Spirit of the Martyr. Inloaded to Engineer Omnicron 4 Vesuvia. Reference number 739.4482.9.z. Current rank Engineer Hierophant 2 of the Martyr. 12.4 automatically generated social components clipped. Type honorifics. Omega level encryption initiated. Begins. Inquiry regarding confidential emergency invocation 7763P awaiting review. Precedent. Supplementary records collated attached. Analysis. The machine spirit of the Martyr shows every sign of intellectual instability. Threat assessment ultra high and growing. Proposal detachment of data serfs in the blessed core. Initiating data module scrubbing and anointing central processing modules. Personal note. The machine spirit is slowly becoming insane and it has started to override the defense systems, destroying some possible harmless voidcraft trying to land on the deck. We must act before it sheds more blood. I don't need to remind you the fateful consequences if such information becomes open knowledge. It all must remain confidential. I submit this invocation in the name of the Omnissiah to the wisdom of my trusted Hierophant. Right. Acts of faith. Sororitas Inquisitors can manifest minor supernatural phenomenon during battle. Acts of faith are minor faith abilities that are not available to Sororitas and Inquisitors when they are not in embodied saint form. They generally bestow some type of buff, though some can be used in a more offensive manner. Acts of faith can be equipped in the faith abilities window. Select an act of faith from the list on the left and assign it to an available act of faith skill slot above. To activate an act of faith during missions, use the corresponding skill slot button as you would with normal skills. Act of faith skill slots are provided by various equipment items such as weapons, armor, and the holy sensor belt item. Aha. Right. So, let's see. Main implant. A lot less XP, but we get more resistance and duration. Okay. Might as well. We get more max suppression. 1.5% all resistances, 3.8% movement speed in exposed state. More max HP, more movement speed when surrounded, supreme critical hit chance, 10% critical hit strength against slowed, shocked, or stunned targets. That seems better, to be honest, even though it's lesser quality. 156 max HP, nice. Let's do it. Okay. So where do we set those bits it said before? Oh, that's sorting. No idea. Right. It's a trap.
I was correct. I am undoubtedly on the right path.
Right. My cannon now. But there's no one to shoot. So that's cool. I like that. Find the source of the Vox signal. Let's see. What else did we get? Max suppression, thunderbolt of authority and heat resistance. Artificer pole arm instead of the power maul. Power maul. Can't speak. Right. Right. Yeah. That works for me. Let's check this way. There's a cogitator. Vessel 897 Lucius 442 Alpha Class Sub C35 named Martyr. Binaric transcriptor enabled. Recalibration him initiated. Secondary data stream decipher enabled. I hope you are reading this. That's the safest way for us to communicate. If they find out what we're planning, they'll execute us. Hide your messages in the maintenance sermons and make them look like simple devotational notes. We need to plan our next step. There are huge problems on the research decks. The Red Sanctum has been quarantined. Alert, corruptive code influx. Analysis inconclusive. I've received your message. By the Emperor, this is bad. Same here down here. Nobody knows where the Martyr is headed, and with Uther holed up in the Sanctum and his seconds in charge of plotting against him, I have no idea where to turn. Activated purification protocol. Uther will be our death. Think about it. He promised us immortality and glory for the Imperium. Now we have what? Those things in the dark zone? We must get out of here immediately, or shall we join the others? Request. Suspicious devotational code lines discovered. Issue sensor modules inactive. Right. The plot thickens. Let's check. That sounded like there was something going on over here. There's a body there. Though they do not look human. And really don't look like Mechanicus either.
I have found a corpse of an Imperial soldier. I'll take his data slate. It could contain a recording that could shed some light on what happened here.
Oh, a Hellbrute. Yeah. Medical supply.
I found the body of a fallen Adeptus Astartes.
What? Did you just say that there was a dead space marine down there?
He must have been a member of that unlucky Imperial reconnaissance team I found.
Allow me to clarify that. You only found pieces of them. So it'll be just you against something that tore apart one of the mightiest champions of the Imperium.
Don't jump to conclusions just yet, Captain. It could easily be more than one creature.
Yes. Doesn't look like it's got any... Oh, that old school armor. What, Mark 3? Something like that? But it's not... Hasn't got any chapter markings on it. Though the pattern on the armor kind of reminds me of Alpha Legion.
The Emperor's light has found me. Come at me, creatures. Come at me.
Zerglings. But are any of them sassy? That is the question. Because if you're gonna have Nurgling, you want sassy.
Team Sigma, this is Chaos Thorn speaking. Team Sigma, come in.
I'm afraid Team Sigma won't be responding anytime soon.
What? Who are you, and what are you doing there? Taking a stroll on the decks? By the Emperor!
Mind your manners. I am an Inquisitor, and I don't tolerate...
An Inquisitor? About bloody time. I thought your lot had followed Lord Klosterheim into the Dark Zone. Listen, we're under heavy attack in the control room, so I'd appreciate it if you could join us while we deliver the Emperor's will until our most triumphant death. Thorn out.
Okay.
New log entry.
He had a
I
fist on his
established connection
chest.
with someone from an Imperial expedition on the ship, but he is clearly confusing me with someone else.
Right, let's check this way because the other way is the objective. Aha! Chest. Nothing else in here? Nope. Okay. What we got? Anything worth putting on? Ooh. Yeah, let's throw that one in there. Different armor again. Oh, that's the one I had on before. Right. Ah, that was the end of the mission. Why it auto skips very quickly, I don't know. Right. The navigational wheel. Let's look. Inventory. Can we sell any of this stuff? Doesn't look like. We didn't level up again either, did we? No. Right. Forbidden Cult Campaign Mission 3. Let's go.
It's Thorn again. Another wave of filth is on its way to face me in a glorious carnage. I want your help as soon as possible.
Careful, Thorn. That was dangerously close to insolence. And you are definitely confusing me with someone else.
You are an Inquisitor, which is enough for me right now. The whole deck is swarming with the local mongrel tribes, and they've sent their champions to rally the troops. I need you to eliminate these creatures. It will slow down the tribes.
So you're heading to the control room to disable the jammer?
That's the plan, yes.
And who is this Caius Thorn exactly?
Quite a character. Otherwise, I have no idea. He seems
Ooh,
to
an eye
think that I'm a
implant.
member of his mysterious expedition.
If there is an expedition, they might be trapped in that monastery just like you.
Why do you think so?
I made a scan. That giant wreckage looks completely dead from here. No sign of any other voidcraft in the vicinity.
Loading. Tribal champion. I wonder if these mongrel tribes are the descendants of the original inhabitants. I guess
Right.
I'll know more soon.
I keep zooming the camera in, which is annoying as hell. So I apologize. Scriptorium Telepathica Martyr. Regio Caligari Sector Segmentum Tempestus. Destination Colony Choir Scintilla. Trans-Imperial Relay Ogma 10. Date 8.300.m36. Reference Caligari 641.274.3451 Tenebra. Brother Lestar. Forge World Koshé Prime. Request for partial overhaul. Decrypted message. This is the thrice blessed Fortress Monastery Martyr. Category A3. Research vessel of the Holy Ordos under the leadership of Lord Inquisitor Uther Tiberius. We seek aid from the brothers and sisters of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Martyr is on highly important research pilgrimage from the Segmentum Pacificus to the Sigil subsector. En route to the Caligari Sector, the Martyr was caught in a severe warp anomaly and the Geller shield suffered considerable damage. We need an emergency overhaul in the orbital dry docks of Koshé Prime as soon as possible. May the Emperor be with you. Secure transmission end. Right. Take on this side. Does this lead to another? Medical supply. Haven't used any medical supplies yet.
Thorn here. How are you faring, Inquisitor?
Considering that I'm alone, I'd say I'm making adequate progress.
Alone? Where's the rest of your detachment?
Under some smoldering wreckage.
Well, that's unlucky. But that's all the more demons for us to kill. Let us rejoice in the furious challenge. Thorn out.
Right. Grenades. See, that looks like I'm coming up on where I'm supposed to be. So I kind of want to check back here, unless that's just another route to where I was supposed to be. Or one of the missions. One of the targets, rather. But it doesn't hurt to check. Oop, walking into a barricade.
I'm ready for my trial of faith.
Right, so that's where we'd be. My chest. More grenades.
Has retreated from my door. Regrouping, I'd say. I take it you killed the tribal champions.
Yes, I purged the place.
How ambitious. I like that. But believe me, there is still much work to be done. You'll find a desecrated shrine next door that leads to the control room. Go there.
You are a Astartes. What are you doing hiding in a room? While I take care of these guys.
Reloading.
Let's see. Eye implant. Do that better. Get that one on. Purity seal. much better. Less max suppression, but extra skills, always good. Much better holy sensor. Less damage reduction. Much more max faith. More max HP. Heat resistance, suppression, damage reduction. 12% as well. Ooh. Oh, that changed my hairstyle too. That's odd. Okay. The armor looks cool. Crit damage bonus for poison effects. Damage bonus when surrounded. I actually like that one. And if we do that, we could put those on there. That works. Cool. Right. We're nearly up to level 3 as well. I keep forgetting about that ability. I do like that I've got one that jumps me into
the end
combat.
of this subdeck.
Good. There is the exit. Some of my men will meet you on the other side, but plenty of them have been captured. I'll need your help to set them free.
Captured Astartes. This seems very sus. Very sus indeed. There we go. Oh, we got a new Inferno pistol and chain sword. Ah, it was just a bolt pistol before, so now we have an Inferno pistol. Personal void shield and a passive skill point. Nice. Oh, we also got an eviscerator, contempt point, and another passive skill point. Let's have a look. Where's the bits we just got? They aren't in there. To equip. We did get the passive skill points though. Scion sniper training. Does this, we can unlock these, but they don't help us. Physical resistance, heat resistance, warp resistance. Is it only the ones that are highlighted that are for me? Get that. Don't know if it's any good. We'll get it. So yeah, where is the stuff I just unlocked? Or is that just I've unlocked the item type to be able to find now? That could be it. Right, but that is where we will call it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me on this new Let's Play series for Warhammer Wednesdays. I'm looking forward to getting further into this one, and hopefully it's going to really ramp up. We're still very much in the intro, but the missions seem fairly short and there's not a lot of action right now. But hopefully as the mystery unfolds, we will find a lot more challenge and stuff to do. But until then, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.